This is the Epoch Times.
Welcome to Epoch Audio, showcasing the best journalism covering news, culture, and society, addressing issues overlooked or avoided by other media. For the text version of this and more articles providing truth, tradition, and hope, please go to theepochtimes.com.
What Trump Gets Wrong About Xi Jinping by Diana Chung. Commentary. When former President Donald Trump took to the stage in Fort Dodge, Iowa on Saturday, he praised Chinese Communist Party leader Xi Jinping as strong, smart, and fierce. President Trump made the comments while comparing the CCP leader to President Joe Biden. President Trump said, "Biden walked up with a man who looks like a piece of granite, right? He's strong like granite. He's strong. I know him very well, President Xi of China. And he's standing there. You know he's a fierce person. The press doesn't like it when I say good things, but what can I say? He runs 1.4 billion people with an iron hand, and they say, whoa, he said good things about him. He happens to be a very smart person." These statements are not only misguided, but risk President Trump's own legacy and the support of Asian Americans. Whether you like Xi on a personal level or not, he's the leader of CCP, which is the last major communist regime. Under communist rule, more than 80 million innocent Chinese people have been killed, a number far greater than the death toll in all wars of the past century combined. And the CCP has never stopped killing its citizens. Xi has had the opportunity for years to steer China away from a communist system to a democratic one. Maybe he's thought about it, but to this day he's failed to do so. Instead, he's used the CCP to further consolidate power, tying his own fate to that of the party. In recent years, he's published books championing communist leadership and got the whole country to read his books, just like Mao did with his Little Red Book. Under Xi's rule, innocent Chinese citizens such as Falun Gong practitioners, Christians, and political dissidents continue to be imprisoned, with many tortured to death. In September, an 87-year-old woman was sentenced to 3 years in prison for refusing to renounce her practice of Falun Gong. Xi has made his top priority the stability of the Communist Party, not the stability of the economy or the daily lives of the people. For fear of losing power, the regime continues to suppress private companies, take away the wealth of business owners, and jail influencers who refuse to follow the CCP's narrative. Furthermore, with its draconian lockdown policies during COVID-19, it has destroyed its economic engine. Most Chinese people think of Xi as the opposite of smart and strong. Currently in China, half the people make under 1,000 yuan, around $150 a month. The small group of people that do make big money are trying to transfer their wealth outside China through underground banks. Foreign investments are fleeing the Chinese market. No one feels secure under the CCP's rule. How do Chinese people view Xi? Chinese people call Xi the accelerator causing the economy to decline, the accelerator causing China to reverse away from its opening to the world, and the accelerator leading the CCP to its ultimate demise. Communists have always viewed freedom as a threat. The idea of freedom directly opposes the regime's dictatorship. Communist ideology has always viewed human tradition and morality as a threat because communist ideology at its root despises humanity. The CCP has always viewed the United States as its biggest enemy. It sees the flagship nation of the free world as a threat. In the past 30 years, as a result of its business ties to the West, China has made a lot of money and has tried to copy U.S. technology and military systems, but without changing its own system. It merely took advantage of the free trade system to extend the life of communist rule. Former CCP leader Deng Xiaoping noted that the countries that made friends with America all got rich. Deng's visit to the United States in 1979 and the regime's strategy to tie itself to the United States and steer away from the Soviet Union rescued China from an economic breakdown following its Cultural Revolution in the 1960s and 70s. With Xi's recent visit, once again, the CCP is trying to rescue its economy from its freefall. By making deals with the United States, Xi hopes to stop China's economic decline and stabilize his position. But he's facing a domestic crisis. The political infighting is fierce. Recently, high-level military officials have been removed. Xi has been clearing out his opponents non-stop. With the recent economic decline, people's voices against Xi are getting more prominent. During the recent APEC summit, for the first time on such a large scale, many Chinese organizations held banners with slogans such as CCP Step Down and Xi Jinping Step Down. These are the voices of not only overseas dissidents but people inside China who've asked them to convey their views. When President Trump was in office, he appeared friendly to Xi. Many people assumed it was part of his strategy, along with his well-known negotiation skills. President Trump did make a great contribution to this country by shifting America's focus from the Middle East to China. Yes, at that point, if the United States had continued to be distracted by the Middle East and had given the CCP more time, the CCP would have gutted not only the United States manufacturing base, but its technology base as well. In dealing with China, President Trump believed a good trade agreement would change the situation. But communism and its regimes are built on lies and sustained on lies. Communists will never keep any promise or follow any agreement. Communists are fierce because they follow a true evil that is trying to destroy humanity. Understanding the Chinese regime's threat from an economic perspective is not enough. To truly understand the threat of the CCP, it's necessary to understand the communist specter, the depth of its deceit and the danger it poses to all of humanity. It's dangerous for a candidate for U.S. president, a position that leads the world, to lack a clear understanding of communism in China. President Trump risks losing the support of votes of Asian Americans, as well as those looking for a strong American leader. Thanks for listening to Epoch Audio. This was What Trump Gets Wrong About Xi Jinping, written by Diana Chung and read for you by Chris Rod. Views expressed in this article are opinions of the author and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Epoch Times.
For more Epoch Times articles in text, please visit theepochtimes.com.
This is the Epoch Times.